very good morning to you all, and welcome to the channel. This morning we are going to give you a demonstration of the H145, the Airbus EC145 made by the High Performance Group. We are flying a medical mission today, and we are at Norwich. Norwich Airport in the United Kingdom, Echo Golf Sierra Hotel, and this is where one of the East Anglian Air Ambulance are based. Right, okay, so let's go into the aircraft, give you a short demonstration of some Helimed ops. Right, okay, so what we'll do, we'll get some power to the aircraft. We've got the ground power selected here, so let's go and turn all the batteries on and get started. Right, engage the battery master there. We'll turn the standby battery, and we'll turn the avionics on as well. Let's do some PAX LAVS, turn the air conditioning, we'll turn some prime fuel pumps and the transfer pumps as well. We'll turn our position lights on just for now, and we will turn our statics on. And that should be it just for the time being. Right, okay, so this is the cockpit of the H145. It does use the GTN system. There's a fully automated autopilot as well. We're going to show you how to operate that. And this is the mission system here. And we're going to use, there is another mission system available for this, but we'll use the one that's included in the package. So, So this is absolutely fantastic. If you want a nice bit of variety in your flying, this is the way to go here. So let's go on to maps and missions here. This shows our map of whereabouts we are in the world. So this is Norwich. This is East Anglia. Good idea to do helicopter missions maybe in a place that you're quite familiar with if it's your first go, for visual reference points and stuff like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on to the mission library, and you will have a sequence of options here. If we go into HPG mission HEMS, which is what we're doing, we're going to go for a HEMS rescue mission. Okay, so we select that. Let it do its thing, and we are ready for dispatch. Right, you've got a few options here. You've got a minimum service range from base 0 kilometers, and the maximum service range is default to 75. So if we push that down to about 28 or something like that, that will basically, the missions that it will generate for you won't be any further than 28 nautical 28 kilometers away from your base. So what we're going to do, let's begin taking the rescue call, shall we? There we go. Right, so now it's generating and auto-generating an accident scene, and we've got a school. We've got a school problem here. So a student has been seriously injured while at school. Fly to the site, rescue the person, and then deliver them to the nearby hospital. So you can open up on the map, and or you can close the thing. So we'll close that there, and the dispatch info is ready. And this happens to be sort of towards Caister. So we've got Acle, and just south of Stalham, which is not too far away, but it's a good distance to for this demo. Right, okay, so we've got our basically that's where we need to go. So we better get going, right? So let's go and start the engines up on here. We'll turn the anti-collision lights on, and we'll go down here, and we will push the engines over to idle. And now the engine should start spooling up. The sounds on this are really, really good. Okay, so that is the first engine that is on idle at the moment. So let's go and select engine 1 as well. As far as the map is concerned, we can just put our map there. We'll manually fly most of this all the way here. That is our destination on here, should you so need to have it on. Right, okay, we'll just wait for them 2 engines to start. Right, that looks pretty good. We're going to go and disconnect the ground power now. So we'll disconnect the ground power. That is the autopilot, which I'll show you in just a moment. Right, okay, let's go and do some of the other stuff here. So we'll turn the backup. This is all autopilot related. Turn autopilot 1 and 2 on, and we will select the autopilot very, very shortly. Right, good. So the next part of the engines here are to spool them up to flight mode. So we can turn the prime pumps 1 and 2 off. Packed LAVS is on, and then we can basically turn these engines both to flight, and you'll just watch the N1 just rising there, and just guard the engines there, and we should be ready to go very, very shortly. What we're looking for is 2 green indications on the 1 and 2 engine. There's number 2, and there's number 1. So we are actually ready for flight now. So let's select the QFE, which is 1017, and let's go and get our map. So basically we need to start heading in a northeasterly direction. So let's get to it. I prefer to fly these helicopters a lot in third-person mode, which is an external view. Just find it sometimes a little bit better. Right, let's go with takeoff then. So we'll just clear the buildings here. Just move over just slightly to the right, and then we'll just move our rudders just so we can make sure everything is clear, that we're clear of any obstacles on the left or the right. Okay, that's looking good. Let's go back into the cockpit, and let's push forward just slightly on the joystick there, just to get a bit of forward momentum. There is an autopilot mode that you can select here, where you can do the go around and you can do a hover as well. Now the aircraft has just started to pick up a little bit of speed, so now we'll just turn over to the general direction of the site that we need to go to. Like I said, it does help. There's the Norwich bypass there. It does help if you're doing a first mission in this with VFR to pick a location that you're very, very familiar with, so you can use some of the visual reference points. So we're now heading in the general direction of the accident. We have currently got 9.3 nautical miles to go, which is quite short. And what we'll do when we get there, we'll do a recce of the site, see where this school is, and pick a suitable landing position. So the controls I'm using for this helicopter, as you, for people who watch my Twitch stream, I'm using the wing joystick, the throttle control for that, which is used as the collective, and I'm using my HOTAS Thrustmaster joystick for the manoeuvring of the helicopter. Right, okay, we need to just turn a little bit to the left here. Just to make sure we're heading in the right direction. Now, this mission system, when you go to an accident, it does, when you get to the sight scene, it does indicate itself by some smoke in the distance. I'm not sure if we can just quite see that just yet. So we've got 6.7 nautical miles to go. So what we're going to do here, we're going to wreck this site before we land. And then we're going to pick up the patient and we're going to take them to the hospital. So 2 options for the hospital here. You can pick whichever one you want. Normally that would be something serious. From here would probably be Norfolk and Norwich, or the next A&E place around here is the James Paget Hospital, which is based in Galston, just south of Great Yarmouth. So we'll see when we get there, and we can have an update of the patient to determine the correct place to take them. Right, I'm not flying on any autopilot now whatsoever. This is hand flying it. It's pretty stable. If you get your controls worked out properly. Right, at any time you can just move the map here, and you can get a closer look at where we're going. So this is actually just off the 149. There's Stalham there, and it's just off the main road, just to the left. It's probably near Ludham actually. Look, looks where it is. So we've got about 5.5, is it? No, 3.2 miles to go. And we should start seeing some indication now. There should be some smoke that's available to see to show the exact point. Although I can't see any just yet. Right, so when we get close here, we're looking for a road here. So the A149 just runs to the east of the location. So if we see a road, we've gone a little bit too far, and we just need to adjust ourselves there. Oh, it's actually at Catfield. There's Ludham. There's a little airfield at Ludham as well. Okay, we've got the mission system has said land at the site, place your engines to idle. And if you cannot land, switch to hoisting, which I actually haven't had a go at. But anyway, we're approaching the school, so we're looking for a good landing spot, and it's just to our north here. So we haven't had any smoke visible. So this is the main road just to my left here. So we'll just turn around, and we will go and land at the site. So we just need to turn a little bit south. And it should be somewhere, actually, we can see a vehicle there. Can you see the ambulance down there? So we're looking just to our left there. We see the ambulance there. So we'll go and make an approach from the south. Just to be aware, there are some electricity pylons here that we need to be careful about. So what we'll do a quick turn, and we'll look to start dropping our speed and our height. So we're looking for just to the green there. We are looking. There's a bit of patch of ground there which is slightly faded. So we'll try and land in that position there. So we've got some electricity pylons just underneath me at the moment. So we're just basically side hovering the aircraft. Actually, there's some big pylons just to the left of us here. So we're just going to be very careful and try, and we're going to look to landing that in that field just there. So just a little bit forward on the stick. Takes a little bit of practice to try and maneuver this helicopter, but once you've got the general gist of it, you should be good to go. Right, okay. So we're looking for this. This is like a sports field here, like a football field. So we'll just try and put ourselves down here. Just turn the helicopter around slightly. And that should do it just about there, actually. So again, just be careful on how landing it. There we go. Oh, that wasn't my best landing. But anyway, we're on the ground, and let's go and switch our engines to flight idle. So we remove the guards, and then the paramedics and the doctor should do his thing now, and they should exit the aircraft, go and sort out the patient, and then we'll be ready for transport back to the hospital. So the doors are opening now. What you can do here as well, if it's going to be a sort of lengthy stay, you can actually you can cut the engines, and we will restart the engines. So we'll do that now. We will cut the engines. So we'll wait for the patient to be attended to, and then sometimes if we're not needed, they'll transport by road, but we'll be ready to take the patient should they need to. This bit could take 2 or 3 minutes, depending on things. So car accidents with multiple casualties probably take a little bit longer, but we should receive an update. So down here on the tablet, you've got wait, crew operations are in progress. So you just wait here until the operation is complete. And the next thing we should see is the paramedic coming back with the patient with a stretcher. And they will load the patient up in the back here. So there's the stretcher that's disappeared. And all these crew will fly with us to the hospital. Right, good. Let's go back to the cockpit, and we will wait. So, like I say, this bit can be a little bit lengthy. But like in the real world, these helicopters can stay on situation for quite a few, 20, 30 minutes. And actually, this isn't too bad. He's on his way back with the patient. It's great. So he will now load the aircraft up with a patient in the back, and then we'll select the hospital that we're going to be landing at. So this mission system is really, really good. It gives you lots of variety and lots of practice in how to fly the 145 here. Right, so he's going to load the aircraft up. So the animation's pretty good. It's pretty cool, this. I think in Flight Simulator 2024, there's going to be a lot more of this, a lot more career-based type thing. I think this is what Microsoft are trying to achieve with it. And it makes a nice little diversion from airline flying for a change. Right, okay, paramedic is going back in. He will go... This is all automated, by the way. So anyway, he is back. So we now have... Okay, so we need to select a hospital nearest on the map. So basically these are marked by... So there's James Paget there. These are marked by a cross with a blue. But what we're going to do, we're going to go back to Norfolk and Norwich. I think that's the best thing. So what you do, just go on the map and just select the hospital there. Accept the destination, and that will plot a GPS route all the way back to Norfolk and Norwich. That is showing... Okay, I think 13.3 nautical miles. So anyway, let's go and start the engines back up because we need to get going. And as you can see, it's quite a slick operation. It's fairly, fairly good. This video was actually requested by some viewers on YouTube. We did do one of these flights on the 18-hour stream, and they said, "Oh, can you put a video up so we can watch you doing it?" So here it is, guys. Right, okay, engines on to flight now, and what we'll be doing, we'll be waiting for the green things. There we go. Wait for the rotor RPM to settle out, and we will be on our way. Right, okay, so... we're going to try and practice the hover mode now. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate the autopilot a little bit. So we go to just go to aircraft. Oh, sorry, we don't have to do that. Let's go back to the map and missions. That would help if I got the right one. Maps and missions, and we can bring the autopilot just by clicking up this top bar here. And here's the autopilot. Now we can't select the autopilot when we're on the ground, so we do need to. Take off first. So that's what we will do. We will lift the helicopter up, and then we'll go into a hover mode. Okay, so up on the collective. Okay, and the aircraft is lifting up. We can now have got we've got hover modes here. So what we can do is we've got a go-around mode as well, which will actually lift the helicopter up, and it will do a forward flight just to simulate how helicopters do it in the real world. But what we'll do, we'll do a go-around. So you click the go-around here, and this will do a hover up and then a fly-off. So we'll select that. It selects the autopilot modes for you. So everything you can actually do quite automated if you like. So we've got a bit of forward speed now. And then what it does, just be ready. It will. This mode will only be applicable for a minute or two, and then it'll be over to you to fly the rest of the flight. So we're getting up. There we go. So we've changed the modes now to VS, heading, and IAS. So what we're going to do, we're going to fly the GPS track now to the hospital. So what we can do is we can do a radio altitude higher, so we can select that, and if we want to increase it, we just basically put our Alt-A up. Well, altitude acquisition will go actually, so 1,000 let's go 1,600 feet, and then we'll do altitude acquire, and then engage, and then that will climb the airframe up to basically 1,600 feet. Now we need to switch on to nav, so we press CDI and then press navigation source. Now that will start to fly to the hospital. It's a bit cheaty, the autopilot, but it's just to demonstrate how it works. If we want to do our IAS a little bit faster, all we do is just basically click this up to about 120 knots. Okay, we need to just press altitude acquire. Engage. Doesn't seem to want to catch that mode. Oh, it's climbing now. Okay, altitude acquire. We will do that mode. Altitude 1,000 feet and 1,300 feet and engage. And that should climb to 1,300 feet. So if we get rid of the autopilot, we can see it's now starting to follow the GPS track. It will turn right and it will follow that green line all the way. Right, so you can sort of fly this on the autopilot quite nicely. So 11.9 miles, and let's enjoy some of the view, shall we? Okay, so we've settled. As you can see, the autopilot is very steady. So we're holding at 1,300 feet, about 110 knots, and we've got 10 nautical miles to go to the hospital, and that's going to take us approximately 6 minutes. Right, I realised I was muted for all of that landing, but hopefully the demonstration shows how to land the helicopter in Flight Simulator. We've shut the engines down. The paramedic will now discharge the patient to A&E. And what happens here basically is that the paramedic will come back, and then it gives you the option either to fly back to your base, which is there, or you can actually accept another mission straight away from the helipad. So there we go. We just dumped them off on the grass there. And you're ready to go for another mission. So plenty of hours of fun here, guys, should you wish to try something different. If you like this video, hit subscribe and like the video, as that brings me ability to do more content for you. If you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below as well, or if you've got any questions, let me know. Apologies for the last couple of minutes, we didn't have any sound on my mic. I had my mic muted, but there we go. But I hope this demonstration shows you how much fun you can have in this helicopter. Right, that's it for now, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.